So before opening this file into SPSS, you should first open it in Excel. So you can see here that there are two columns, question 1 and question 2, and these are open-ended questions. These haven't been coded yet, so we have to manually code them ourselves. So what you will do is to copy paste these answers into ChatGPT and ask it to categorize it for you or to use schematic analysis. So you ask, can you please make a thematic analysis for B? So once you ask that from him, he will give you a bunch of categories. So for me, I already actually got a bunch of categories. So here are the ones I have for question 1. I have 10 categories, but it's up to you on which categories you want to use depending on ChatGPT, because Miss gave us the freedom to decide which categories we'll use. So here are my categories for question 1, and here are my categories for question 2. Next, after that, you go back to your Excel file and you copy paste these two columns into another Excel file. So I'll copy paste it here. Then I'll move both of them so that there's space between them. Next, what you want to do is, based on these categories, you put numbers that correlates with their answers. So here, for example, this correlates to portability and size convenience because the answer is little light, so you put 1. Next is the battery power is great, so you put 2. For cost and size, this is where you have 2 answers. So cost is number 3, so you put 3 here. And size is number 1, so you put 1 beside. So we have 2 columns. So you have to label it. So you could, for me, I would label it question 1 dash 1, and this is question 2 dash, underscore. Oh no, question 1 dash 2. Okay. So basically, you do the same thing for the rest of these answers. And if ever there will be 3 categories, like let's say it has to be, for this one, it says battery life, which is 2, portability is 1, and accessories and style is at 5. So just add another column and label it accordingly. So question 1 dash 3. And you also do the same for the second question. So same thing with the second question and with your labels for it. So after inputting all of this, you copy paste these columns into the main file that you will be uploading in SPSS later. Make sure you copy paste both of the questions. After copy pasting it, you can export it as CSV. Once it's already exported, we open SPSS. Then go to File, Import Data, and CSV Data. Next, what you want to do is to label your variables. So for this, my question 1 dash 1 will be my main answers. So this will be like most. And question 2 dash 1 will also be my main values. So this will be like least. For the name, I'll put almost 1, almost 2, almost 3, almost 4, and this one is L least 1, L least 2, L least 3, and we do the same here. So there are two ways you could approach these data. The first one is you will only use the primary data, which is like most, the first like most and the first like least. And to do that, we just have to go to values and we just copy paste these labels into the values. So for like most, I go and value 1 is portability. So after adding all of the values, click OK. We can go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies, and input like most, the one we just made, transfer and OK. So now we have the data. The only columns we need is frequency and valid percent. So to take the columns we don't need, we double click on the table, then we highlight, right click, and then delete. Or you could also right click, edit content in viewer, and then highlight and then delete. Also, we don't need the missing row, so I'll also delete that. And we also don't need two totals, so I'll also delete that. So now we have the table for like most. And if we want to copy it as image, just right click, copy as image, and paste it in the Google Doc. So next, it's the same procedure for like list. So you go to like list, go to values, click on the three dots, and input these values. So after inputting all the values, we click OK. Then we go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies. Then we take out this one and we input the like list one. Press OK. And now we have the data. So we do the same thing. We only need frequency column and valid percent. So we delete the other columns and also the rows that we don't need. Then we right click, copy as image, and then paste it into our Google Doc. That's all for the like list question 1 and question 2. Thanks. Bye bye.